Are sustainable energy ETFs a good investment? That's going to be the topic of today's video. Now, on previous videos, I've spoken about things like ESG investing, environmental and social governance. However, there has been a big trend towards people going into sustainable energy ETFs because of things like the Biden presidency, which has resulted in more investment into these areas. Now, the question is, long term, will this be a good investment? Now, of course, nobody knows for sure. I'll remind you, in 2006 and 2007, almost everyone thought the price of oil would go up and up and up. So I can remember when it was trading at like over $140 a barrel, the majority of people thought $200, $250 a barrel. It's just guaranteed pretty much. That's what most people thought. Literally 95% of people or more did seem to think that. At the same time, most people thought the Chinese RMB would just keep going up forever, and of course it hasn't. So the consensus does seem to suggest that sustainable energy will keep going up for the foreseeable future. I do think the chances that it will go up are very high. However, like the oil point, nobody knows for sure because it is highly dependent on government policy, because even private sector companies like Shell and BP who are investing into this area, they're partially doing it because they can get subsidies in some jurisdictions and so on. So there are risks there as well. Although right now the amount of money going into that area is huge, I do think it's a decent area to get exposure to. However, again, I would keep it down to maybe 10% of a portfolio. And indirectly, you can get access to this through, for example, an ESG index or indeed through the traditional ways of investing. Because remember, a lot of the traditional firms are actually investing in this area too. So I wouldn't say it's something which is outside of the mainstream anymore. It's very much in the mainstream now of investing. So I do think, like technology, it could be a growth area. Risks do remain, but I think you could do quite well in this area. But I do think there'll be huge volatility. There could be some years like oil where it's up by 50, 60%. Some years it's down. You'll have to be prepared for that. But if you're just willing to hold it for 10 or 20 years, I think these kind of investments could do pretty well.